What's up, everyone? We are back on another episode of Pound for Pound. I am the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman.
Henry Cejudo, a.k.a. Triple C.
My brother, Henry Triple C, the messenger, Cejudo.
Forgot the king of cringe.
King of cringe. But that one was never really a true nickname. That was just the action of where you were at. But I throw out those nicknames, my brother, because those were nicknames that were really symbolic to who you were at the current times. Yeah. As the messenger, you became an Olympic champion. Mm-hmm. As Triple C, you became a 2-division UFC world champion. And my brother, you had your final fight this past weekend. And I was all in at heart. I was all in that fight for you because I've said this before. I forgot what interview it was, but it's almost like I'm one who always thinks ahead to where I'm mourning what's to come even before it happens. And watching you go out there, leave it all out there on your shield and put on a performance like that, my brother. First and foremost, I just want to say congratulations on a retirement from combat sports, from this thing, because this is not easy. This is not easy. When we hear retirement, people think it's just walking away from a pickleball game. It's not. It's not. This is not easy. And so to finally say goodbye to this world and start something else, and to do it in the fashion that you did, I want to say congratulations. I want to say you will be missed. It will be missed watching you go out there and do your thing. And my brother, what a performance this past weekend. First and foremost, let's say Triple C in the house, because you a special guest right now. You a special guest.
Nah, first of all, I appreciate it, Kamaru. I mean, I feel good, bro. I feel good with the decision. Obviously, this is final. I know I like to patrol and play a lot, but I've been halfway committed, Kamaru. And that's just the reality, bro. I have a fight. Oh, okay, now I'm training for 2 months and losing 30 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's not like I think a lot of it is because I've always had satisfaction in my career. So it's not even because I'm ending my career that I'm satisfied, but what I've accomplished in my career, I've always been satisfied. It's just that, I can see why I got beat up Saturday night. Yeah, did I give it my all? I did, but it wasn't enough. I wasn't that guy that was strategically adjusting. Like when I had my whole thing with Demetrius Johnson, my ankle started rolling out, sprained it, and was still able to keep composure for fucking 5 rounds. You know what I'm saying? My actions speak louder than my words. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was truly committed, that's something that I admire from you, Kamaru. And me and Ali were just talking about it yesterday. It's like, dude, Kamaru's always training. He's like, no matter where Kamaru goes, he's always has his bands, his rubber bands with him, and he's always doing something. But for me, it's like I fell in love with business. I fell in love with the content space of what we're doing now. These are none of these are excuses. What I'm just stating is just facts. Where you give your times where you show your love. You know what I'm saying? Like there is nothing else really for me to go out there and really put that chip on my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Family over everything, Kamaru. Like this was like, even upon my return, dude, it was all about the lifestyle that me and my family wanted to live. Or the lifestyle that I'm trying to obtain for them. Because we're here, we can stay here, but I'm like, no, let's go here. Let me put the pedal to the metal. Let me scrap. Let me do X, Y, and Z for you guys. It's unfortunate that since upon my return, I didn't win a freaking match, dude. But I've also fought the best guys in the world. I fought Aljo to a split decision after 3 years. I fought Merab. which I was able to win a round, and I got eye poked. And then obviously I fought a prominent star that I believe that Payton's got a very, very bright future, man, in this game. He cracked me hard, bro. He cracked me really, really hard that first round where he left me a little dizzy, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think looking back at that fight, like, did I give him my all? Yeah, 100%. But was that the real Triple C? No, and not to take anything away from Payton, because he went out and he did what he had to do, and he beat me up, dude. And I'll be the first one to admit it. But it's it's where you show your time, dude. I was ready to call it after that. If Song would have really beat me that last fight, Kamaru, I was ready to call it, dude. You remember, dude. Even after that Merab fight, I was like, all right, man, we even did a little retirement here. So just let you know where my head space was at and how much I've been wanting to just go out and just fly, start branching out, start doing new things in business and real estate, which I'm killing the game right now. Like even today, bro, I started working Monday. Already started making phone calls like, hey man, I'm checking out some portfolios, already linking up meetings. Tomorrow I fly out to Dubai. But overall, Kamara, I mean, what a career, man. I became a 2-division champ. Olympic gold medalist, like everything I set out to do, I did. And I will say this, man, there's something that I did remember that Daniel Cormier said, and it kind of brought me at peace when he said it. He's like, hey guys, not every story has a happy ending. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking about himself when he was able to fight for that title against Stipe Miocic, and the fact that he came up short and he wasn't able to do it. So he left the UFC with no belts. What I could say where I am happy is I was able to give it my all of what I had. But I think the best way to analyze myself and being truthful, dude, because I think that's the biggest thing with me, man. I love to just be transparent and truthful with people, whether you guys hate or love my analysis. Like I'm a Ferrari, but upon my return, bro, I had a Honda engine. I could not recover, man. I did not understand my threshold, my pace, like all that stuff just went out the window, dude. So I was kind of forced to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like with pain, like I never really made those adjustments. But that being said, Kamaru, like congratulations to him. He hurt me. He hit me hard, knees or whatnot. But I just did not want to go out, dude. I'm like, no, man, I'm gonna fight this to the very end, dude, whatever that may be. Like I can see sometimes why fighters just curl up and just take it just to see the ending. And I refuse, man. I refuse to go out like that, dude. You know what I mean? To me, it's better off being embarrassed and say that I gave you my all than go out there and just not do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this, Kamaru. It's hard. It's just hard, bro. It's just I'm not committed, bro. And that's just the reality, man. Like I want to say X, Y, and Z. That's why for me, like for you, is like continue to keep training, continue to keep getting that motor running because you need all that. You need that motor, bro, for yourself to understand those pace, man. With me, it was just travel here, travel there, appearance here, appearance there. I've been checked out, and I'm just happy honestly my career is over. I'm able to spend time with my family, with my kids, and then just help out the future generations, man, to come.
Right. Okay. So before
It's a lot, Kush.
I want to go. Yeah, you're right. But there's a couple that you made a lot of good points there. First and foremost, I want to say I don't think people truly understand the dedication and the commitment that it takes for that upswing for you to really get there. I don't think people understand that. And I don't think people really understand the difference because I've been preaching this for a long, long time. Now that you look back on everything, was the fun part and the fun part of all of this, was it when you had the belts and all of this and seeing the lights and going here and appearance here and traveling here, traveling there? Or was it when you were just home, you weren't really requested for all that interviews, all this much stuff to where you were just home and able to train and train and train and train and really separate yourself from the rest of the pack, which is ultimately what got you to be a 2-division champion?
Yeah, no, I think for me it was different, bro. And I think that's partially what's made me the best in the world, bro. In two sports it's always been. I know people say it's all about the journey, but it's always been about the destination for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was my joy. accomplishment. That was my satisfaction. Like obviously I was singing at one point. I loved the perks of it. You know what I'm saying? 5'4" giant, going out there, pulling out these, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the reality. Like I'm that type of guy where I was so competitive, dude, that I would suck the fun out of things. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't enjoy what I was doing. I was just so deep in it and so committed to accomplish that I really didn't know that medium to things. Like I guess you could say I'm an extremist in that sense.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head, Henry, because I think a lot of people think you just become the best. You get to the top of the mountain just by just doing it. Oh yeah, I train UFC or I train MMA and I'm the best. A lot of people think that. A lot of people don't understand that there's an obsession that comes with being the best, to where you are right, Henry. Sucking the fun out of the situation. Not every day is going to be fun. Not every training session is going to be fun. And then you become champion because you had fun all the way through. You know what was fun? Winning. That was fun. Winning was fun. Doing the work that it takes to ensure that you win wasn't necessarily fun all the time. And I think and then having that delusion of knowing that I have a destination to get to, which is winning, being successful in each and every avenue that I embark on. I think that's what a lot of people still miss about this. They think just being the best is just, oh yeah, I trained a little bit here, I trained a little bit there. I did the same training as everybody else, and now I'm better than everybody else. And I don't believe that. I don't think so. For me, at least, it wasn't that. Absolutely, it's not been that. Yeah. I've had to do more than I thought possible in order to be better than everyone else. But Henry, you've done it in not just one sport twice, but you've done it in two different sports. And
two of the toughest sports. It's not judo. It's not jujitsu. It's not any of these other. It's fucking the sport of wrestling. Jesus, man. Like I be honest with you, bro. Like a part of I didn't think I was gonna be fighting for this long. Like my goal was just to become champion and then retire, bro. Because I wanted to compete in other things. But this is where life has brought me.
Right. Okay. Well, before we move on, I just want to get your quick analysis of this fight. I watched the fight, and you were right off the bat, because this wasn't the Henry that we were used to seeing. Henry Cejudo that we're used to seeing can make adjustments on the fly, and I was waiting for the adjustment, and the adjustments just never came. And so then it was a point in the fight where I was a little upset at first, because when I'm watching I'm more upset watching my friends fight than myself fight.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching that and I'm not seeing those adjustments come. And then I got it. I understood it. I was at peace watching it the last round and a half, because I was at peace watching you understand that this is it and this is what I'm going to do. I make fun when I say Aztec warrior, but you pretty much showed that, because there was one point where he hurt you pretty bad, and you could have just laid there. Like you said, a lot of guys, we see it very often now, where guys just kind of just cover up and let the referee save them. But you didn't do that. You said, no, I'm going to keep striking, and you kept coming forward. Even though your chin was straight up, you just went for it. And I have to say, it's not a lot of people willing. And you took a hellacious knee there towards that last round, that last 10 seconds. And man, you gave this kid a fight. And you are right. This kid is a problem. He's going to be a problem to deal with in that division. But you gave him everything that you had that night. And I think you have nothing to be ashamed of in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah,
you performed, and my man, and even Dana and Hunter and these guys them that were sitting there, they of course they recognized it. They said thank you for the entertainment, because in the end of the day, that's what we do. We come out here to entertain, and you gave a phenomenal entertainment. Now,
Yeah, no,
before
for sure.
one question I wanted to ask as well is, how tough is this kid? How tough is he?
I want to say he's really, really good, but I don't even know, Kamar, how good I am no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, realistically, honestly, bro, honestly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because of my recovery, bro. Like that's been one of my biggest things, man. I felt it in the fight again. I feel it in sparring again. It's just like, there is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's good. Now, could he become a world champion, man? I hope. I really do, man. And, you know, even after the fight, bro, like he hugged me and said, hey, man, I love you, bro. And there's always been like a little bond between me and Payton, you know? He was humble enough to come out for a few days to like train with me, bro. Like, that's like, you can tell when a kid is like searching for knowledge, man. I'm gonna reach out to him, and you know, I'm gonna help him out. And I told him, man, I told him at the end of the fight, man. Even the referee was like, man, you guys, this is why I love what I fucking do. Cause, you know, we just showed each other respect. I said, hey, Payton, you know, come out, bro. Let's make you the best in the world, dude. Like, let's, you know, it is what it is, bro. You got me, you beat my ass. You know, he knows that I could help him. He knows that I could make those adjustments for him to where he could beat a lot of these top contenders and become a champ. Like, you know what I'm saying? The dude could crack, dude. The dude could hit. His speed, man. I think, you know, look, I heard his fucking leg though, dude. I think that's look, he even switched stance right there. Like, I wish I would have stayed on that leg a little bit more. But again, when you don't have the recovery and you don't have that, it has nothing to do with wrestling. It has nothing to do with any of that. Because trust me, dude.
Let's talk real quick. Looking at that, obviously, there's a major gap here if you were just wrestled fully the whole time. But I want to know, well, how do you feel your wrestling was for this camp? What was the game plan?
No, the game plan was to mix it. You know, force them to engage and then go. But like I said, Kush, like, it's if your body's just not accustomed to these certain positions, bro, it's a trip, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't. I got hit with the right hand. I felt dizzy, and I just decided to fight. Fake, like everything. Yeah, like
that's
everything.
What they say, our ego's a lot. That ego does not want to go. It's like, oh, I got hit. You gonna hit me? All right, then let's go. I feel that, and I saw that. But one question I want to ask is kind of a funny question: is how did you feel when he hit you with the inside trip?
Oh,
and did
fuck.
Did you see?
Yeah, you know what? I felt him. Because I know these positions. I felt it. I was like, this fucking dude's not gonna go for it. Fuck! Wax him with it. If you notice too, I was getting ready to push it, to hit it first, but I was too squared. Like, he was lateral and then I was squared, and that was just the biggest difference, bro. He caught me. There's nothing when somebody inside trips you, bro. There's nothing you could do. Like, you know, you're going down. So have you seen
the replay?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You think I'm gonna get inside trip tomorrow in my prime, dude? Come on, dude. Exactly. 100% defense.
No,
you know, 100% defense prior to this.
Henry, you're absolutely right. I think it's because you're right. That position is something that's automatic for you.
But you know what?
In your career.
But can I tell you something? You know what he inside tripped me? He did tell me, you know, respectfully, because I took it that way. Yeah. He said, he says, I took that shit from you. I learned that shit from you.
I was gonna say.
I was like, fuck! But I didn't have the energy to fucking talk back to him or do anything like that. Because typically I'm down, dude. I'm down for a good little verbal, you know, like, right. Like me, even when me and Dominic were fighting, we were kind of talking a little bit. He was like, oh yeah. He's like, I'm gonna kick you again. He's like, oh, yeah, you missed. Like, little shit like that. Yeah. But that's what you know, that's what uncommitment. When you're not fully committed, Kamaru, I'm not surprised, bro. I'm really not, man. If anything, I'm grateful for my coaches and everything that they did, and you know,
No,
and I'm
you showed it, man. You showed it.
yeah,
You definitely showed that you went out, you put some work in, and you went out there and you showed it. This kid is on another. Is it one thing that and I think the masses would agree is the leaps that this kid is making in between each fight is astronomical.
yeah. See,
Is because two fights earlier, this kid was dominated. Let's not forget, 2 fights ago was dominated. But the leaps that he is making in the grappling, in his wrestling, in his striking, is just beautiful. And it's just his composure to be able to sit here, exchange right hands, slip, touch the body. I mean, this kid is. You're right, Henry. The sky's the limit for him. But my man, you've done it all, and you've showed it all. And I want to say before we go, I mean, before we move on, I say the last thing is obviously watching that video at the end. I've had the pleasure now of sitting side by side with some of these legendary fighters now that have been retired, and I've watched the UFC run a video for them. And man, how did you feel watching this video? Because that's the thing. They say, we're going to make you cry. And they say that every time, and every fighter that I've been next to and watched, they've made them all cry. Everyone.
right, dude. I fucking
yeah. It's every time they do it, they put it together to definitely break you in there. Because when I think it's obviously from years and years and years, we're just working and working and working and try to top what we've done. Where we never really sit and see a compilation of just how memorable each and every one of those moments are, and just how big and how inspirational and how monumental they are. But when the UFC compiles all of that and just blasts it in your face at one time, oh my God, you cannot hold back those waterworks. I've watched Joanna cry. I've watched Robbie Lawler, the tough Robbie Lawler, cry. I've watched Amanda Nunes. I've watched all of them sitting next to me just cry in watching this. And so, man, what a career, what a legacy that you leave. And of course, that's the thing now is our kids are going to watch these one day and say, wow, my dad was that. My dad did that. So my brother, I just want to say, man, congratulations on retirement. You've done everything you needed to do in this sport. And yes, on to business now, man. Time to make 100 million, run it up to 100, 200 million. You know what I mean? Before we finish, my brother, we still have a job to do here. It was, hey, this was
100. You're 100% right. Let's get to it, Kush.
All right, Henry, my brother, we've got some special gear coming this week from Turtle Beach.
This week, we are finally getting our Turtle Beach Stealth 700 headsets. I've read the reviews from sound quality to comfort to battery life. These things are top shelf Kamaru Dean.
The battery life lasts 80 hours. That's a Merab firefight level endurance.
The Stealth 700 is also insanely comfortable thanks to the memory foam ear cushions. And it's got the first ever crossplay wireless transmitter system, which means you can switch between your PC, phone, or gaming console at the push of a button.
Get the ultimate immersive audio experience with Turtle Beach. Head to turtlebeach.com and use code P4P for 10% off your entire order. Don't wait. Get the perfect holiday gift now. This was an incredible card that every fight I picked on the main card lost. I was shocked. This is probably my worst performance at picking fights ever. And I think whoever bet all underdogs here made some crazy dough, because everything I said wouldn't happen happened. Starting with Merab, the machine. And first and foremost, I just want to say, Merab, you have been a phenomenal champion. If you watch this, you have been a phenomenal champion, and you did exactly what every champion is supposed to do. This is exactly what I aim to do. This is exactly what everyone, Israel Adesanya aimed to do. Alexander Volkanovski aims to do. is once you become that champion, you have to run it up. You're in a rhythm. You're just going. You're going. You have to run it up, and you did just that. You dared to be great. You tried to defy the odds and make history, and unfortunately, you fell short. But I want to say you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed about. You went out there, you entertained, and you put it on the line. Yes, you came out a little short, but what a fantastic fight that was, Henry. If you got a chance to watch that fight in the back,
no, I saw it. I saw it. I was at the
I
hospital,
want,
bro. I was at the
I want to
hospital
get your
getting
take on
stitched
that.
up. Yeah, dude. This is something that Petr Yan. I mean, sometimes you want to question a little bit of what Merab Devashvili did on taking those 4 fights, because bro, that's hard, bro. He fought Umar. Fuck, who else did he fight? Who were the 3 opponents that he fought? He fought
Sandhagen.
Umar Sandhagen,
and what's his name? He fought Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley.
Umar,
Yeah,
Sandhagen.
right. But it's not just that. You know what it is though, Kamar? Because with the O'Malley one, like he didn't get hurt. But it's those camps, bro. You gotta respect the game, dude. And I felt like that's, especially with, dude, you beat a guy like the way he beat Corey, bro. Fuck. Like, man, that takes a lot out of you. Like, he gets hit, man. That's something that people forget about Merab. Merab gets hit, and he got cracked hard by Corey. You know what I'm saying? And then that fight with Umar, bro, that was a barn burner. Like, I mean, look at the champs now, bro. Ilya's only fought 1 time. Hamzat's only fought 1 time since he's been champion. This dude is quadrupling everybody in that weight division. But you gotta give kudos to Yan, man, to Petr Yan. He was able to stay composed. He was able to press. He was able to just kind of slick him off of his feet, whether Merab was recovered for that fight or not. Like, he was just able to even get his own damn takedowns. He was able to try to keep it in the center as much as he could and try to get to his feet as fast as he could. And not just that, bro, was his defense. The fact that his hands were up, there was nothing really that really hurt Petr Yan from Merab Devashvili. Yeah, he got a couple right hands, but it was nothing that was, that I got stuck by with Payton Talbott. He stuck to his ground. He stayed in the center, and he fought him there. I think this says a lot about Petr Yan. He became champion in year 2020. Yeah, he won the belt because I retired, so he won it in 2020. And then to come back, bro, 5 years later and be crowned as champion, bro. Kudos, man. I did not think that thing was possible, dude. Honestly.
First and foremost, let's just talk about the fact that Petr Yan is what, 30 years old or 32? Let's look that up, Ryan. I believe Petr Yan is
32.
32 years old.
Yeah, bro. I was already retired, dude. I was already retired at that time.
I swear this guy's been how many fights in the UFC? He's been in the UFC since what? 2000 and what? I want to say 2018. 2018, he's been in the UFC whooping dudes. And Petr Yan is just 32 years old. Still doing it. And it showed. Listen, let's be honest, Henry. This is a young man's game. This is a young man's game. Yes, potentially you could fight till a little bit later, but we are gladiators. And in order for you to have the speed, the reaction, the power, all of those things, it's just a young man's game. Petr Yan, what he was able to do, you could tell this guy put the time in, building himself back, because the way that you fight a guy like Merab is that way. You don't beat Merab, I don't feel, any other way. Unless you're that sharp of a sharpshooter to where you sting him, you don't beat Merab any other way except standing your ground and fighting Merab. And that's what Petr Yan did. He fought Merab to where Merab had to do a couple of uncharacteristic things, like pulling guard and trying to jump the ghillie and do certain things. But, I mean, what a fight from Petr Yan. Petr Yan came out to fight. and it was a fantastic performance by both guys. First and foremost, you're right, Henry. Like that's a lot as a champion to just fight. He spent the whole year in a training camp. All of 2025, Merab has been in a training camp. Henry.
Yeah, he should look at sometime in April, dude, to possibly get a rematch with Jan. Does he deserve it? 100%.
Come on. So wait, so you want him to spend a year and a half in a training camp? We're just saying he was in a training camp all year.
If it was
a little time off.
No, but hold on, come on. If it was up to this fucking dude, he'd fight him next month. Well, what I'm saying is January, February, March, April. Yeah, bro. He needs to take all of December off. Start all of. I'm talking about taking it off completely. Like get fat, get out of shape. Like understand all that. Like let your body just recover. January, February, March, and then boom, sometime in April, dude.
So do you feel Merab deserves an immediate rematch?
Yeah, he got beat up, dude. I probably maybe had him winning one round. I know Verdict. I know Verdict, which is a really good site, bro. I love that. I mean, they based it off of really good analysis, bro. They had Merab winning shit like nothing, and to me, it makes sense, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like there were closer rounds, but it was all Petr, dude. It was all Petr. Jan, I had it 49-46 for Jan, but the machine, bro, he's different. I think now the fact that he did lose when Merab, and I asked him this when we had him on, I was like now that he has that chip on his shoulder, now that Petr Yan is trolling him, I don't know if he saw that Petr Yan posted a picture of him in a jacuzzi with a bunch of girls, dude. And then he had Merab being a waiter. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, like Petr Yan posted that, or Merab posted that? Who posted that?
Merab ended up posting but Petr posted that one in the bottom there first. Right. So Merab is just smart enough to be like, all right, let's play the game. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just perfect. So Petr started it. Merab kind of brought more light to it, but there has to be an immediate rematch because what you don't want is get Sean O'Malley to go in there, you know, beat Song Yadong, which I believe he will. It's in particular in the 3-round fight, unless Song is going to bring in that wrestling. But I think it would be a travesty, bro, if they skip Merab Dvalishvili and give it to the winner of potentially Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, I mean, I still think there's contenders here. Like, let's not forget, Umar is fighting. Umar is. I can
tell you how it's going to end up. Can I tell you how it's going to end up?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So this is how I see it. Merab gets the rematch. The winner of Figgy and Davis and Figueiredo wait in line. The winner of Song Yadong and Sean O'Malley wait in line. The winner of those two guys, they fight to see who the number one contender is because it's already granted, bro. Merab Dvalishvili, he's earned it. He deserves it as the greatest bantamweight of all time to get another crack at it immediately. Am I wrong?
I think you're wrong in some of the other backward stuff that you're saying, but let's be honest here.
The winner of Umar and Figgy. I'm sorry, I think I said Figgy twice. The
Umar and who?
And Davis and Figueiredo. Because think about it, Kamaru. How are you just gonna wait people? Like, you know what's gonna happen?
Okay, but I get it, but I'm thinking no, it's not the winner of them. It's if Umar wins, Umar is next behind potentially the winner of Petr Yan.
So what do you do with Merab? No,
Merab immediate rematch, but that would probably be May. You know, give him some time. And then because that would also be after Ramadan because Umar is going to fight in January. And then he's probably going to sit for Ramadan and then go back into camp and then be ready to fight again June, July. So we'll say Merab and Petr Yan May. And then obviously Umar, if Umar wins, it's not the winner of Umar and Figgy because even if Figgy beats Umar, Figgy's not next. I'm sorry. Figgy doesn't get the shot over Song Yadong or over Sean O'Malley because Sean O'Malley's just a bigger name. He doesn't get the shot. And I'm going to throw a spoiler in there. I know this guy, a lot of people don't really talk about him, but Ayman Zahabi has been doing some legitimate work here. Some legitimate work. So I see that's a dark horse that could potentially slide in here.
But
so
let's what about Ayman Zahabi versus Payton Talbott? Ayman Zahabi now. Ayman Zahabi now. The fact that Jan won, he's out the fucking picture, bro. I do believe that if Merab would have won, Ayman would have been next for that title because
I think the fight.
And he said it.
I think the fight now is Corey Sandhagen versus Payton Talbott.
Yeah,
because of the way that Payton Talbott has made the leaps that this kid is making. You test him.
Yeah, but can I tell you something? I'm going to advise him this. Wait on Corey. Like, because again, remember I was telling you I don't know how good I am? Like, just wait. And I will tell this to Payton, and I'm going to hit him up. Wait on Corey. Like, Corey's the type of dude where you're like, fuck, dude. Like, this dude is very well. He's just very diverse with everything. And I think Payton will beat him, but with time. Don't get in there just yet with somebody that's a fucking vet like that. Like, it's not, you got in there with the vet dude with the fucking Honda engine. You don't want to get in there with the vet that trains and that has a Ferrari engine in him, because then you could be in trouble, dude. So I like that fight between him and Ayman Zahabi, or maybe him and Chito Vera. And then I would just kind of start to really pick, but I wouldn't go as far as giving him Corey just yet. You give him a couple more fights, bro, and then you can kind of take it from there, dude. But that's good. And then you also got Mario Bautista too in there, dude. Like that's true. That's true. There's a lot of dudes that are there. And then and what about Vinicius Oliveira, that Brazilian bro, big fucking kid.
Yeah, he's coming up, but he's not there yet in the thick of it. The thick of it. We've got guys that are there and are still holding on to those spots. So, but he's really close. He's right there. But Henry, you look how interesting that's just busts the whole weight class open. It just busts. Before last week, we were talking, okay, who's next from Merab? Who's next?
Yeah, he needs to go up.
Yes, and now all of a sudden, the whole weight class is busted wide open. Pause. Joshua Van is now the flyweight champion of the world. You did say if there was an upset, this was the potential fight to do it. But it came in a way that was very gruesome.
Jesus.
Very gruesome. And the warrior that Pantoja is, the injury happens, Pantoja rolls to his back, and it's almost like he sees the referee coming, and he was like, "No, don't call it." I felt like he was telling the referee, "Don't call this, don't call it." Until the referee called it, and the fight was over, then the pain kind of set in his face. I mean, he came out on fire. He threw a couple of combinations, and this combination he threw and followed with the kick was that was nasty. It was vicious.
Yeah, but
look at this. Bump, bump. Ooh, that right there. Look. So, see, the referee's coming. Okay, well, he did kind of look like he waved him off. Yeah, he was just the freak accident. I mean, it is what it is. You listen, first and foremost, you don't pick how you become champion. You just if that's your night, that's your night. Freakish things happen all the time.
Look at your boy. Look at your boy Dominic Cruz. Can I read you what your boy Dominic Cruz said?
Yeah, read it.
Since you guys are besties. Dominic Cruz. I wish that Van and Pantoja fight was allowed to keep going. It should be up to us as the fighter if we want to continue after that. We put the time in training camp and in that situation. People dislocate their arms and put it back in place and keep fighting all the time.
I get what he's trying to say, Henry, but at the same time,
you agree with Dominic Cruz? Are you on the Dominic Cruz bandwagon?
No, listen, I'm not gonna say I agree, because at the end of the day, We are warriors. We're gladiators. Of course, if you give me the option to fight to the death, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that because of all the time and effort that I've put into this training camp to get here to this fight. So I'm going to do that. But of course, it's the referee's job to save us from ourselves, to make sure that we make it back home to our families. So, that it was definitely clearly there was a gruesome injury, but at the same time, the referee was not wrong for stopping that. He stopped that. That's okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bro. If you dislocate, I mean, I would have just, I'm a killer, dude. I'm a shark. I'm gonna keep going, bro. I don't care if you're hurt or injured or dying. Like when it's a fight, it's a fight. So it was a right call.
But good on Joshua Van. Yes, but good on Joshua Van to recognize that and not jump on him, because we've seen Sean O'Malley win a fight because someone didn't recognize that he was hurt and just back away and let the referee call the fight. They didn't do that. You jump on him, you give him an opportunity to grab you and stay in the fight. So good on Joshua Van for standing back and recognizing it and let the referee jump in there and stop the fight. Joshua Van is now the flyweight champion of the world. First a Burmese champion in UFC history. Busts the flyweight wide open now. Pause. Look at that, Henry.
Yeah. No, 100%. And then think about it. So now it looks like what they're going to end up doing, Dana White's going to end up getting, he's already talking about looking at venues in Japan. Like Tatsuro Taira's got the next title, bro. And honestly, bro, I favor him in that matchup. Just based on the wrestling, the grappling that he does have. So I still don't know how good. Joshua Van is good. Is he world championship good? I mean, he's a world champ now. You can't take that from him because he did do this to the leg. The dude did fall and he did you can't. He's a world champ, dude. He's a world champ. The hater to love it. Like he's got the UFC belt. Now, is he the best in the world? That's the question that needs to be answered. Because you could have a UFC belt, but it doesn't mean you're the best in the world. And what's going to end up happening is they're going to end up doing Tatsuro Taira versus, because he just beat Brandon Moreno, so that makes him pretty much the number one contender now. You know what I'm saying? So Tatsuro Taira, they're gonna do that fight in Japan, and then we'll actually see how things pay out. Because according to Dana White, Alexander Pantoja, his arm is just it's not going to be back in time. So that being said, they're going to skip him, which I don't think they shouldn't. If Pantoja is ready, the same thing with Merab, because of what they've done, they should automatically have rematches whenever the soonest time available. And then but let's not forget too, Manuel Kopp. Manuel Kopp fights this weekend against Brandon Royval. He puts a freaking ass whooping on Royval, which I hope. He's the toughest threat at 125 pounds. Him and Haraguchi are the two guys I'm just like, oh shit, man. Like, even if I was to come down, I'd be like, man, I don't want anything. I don't want none.
You see how? That's what I mean. This is what the beauty of this sport. This is the beauty of the company. Just a quick one crazy night, bust two divisions wide open. Pause one more time. Bust two divisions wide open. Look at that. Now you've got Manuel Kopp fighting next weekend, who's potentially going to be next. I agree with you. Tatsuro Taira and Joshua Van, that one you could relatively throw on the January card if you really wanted to, because these guys didn't fight too long and too hard. So you could potentially do that in February. You knock that out quickly. Manuel Kopp is fighting this weekend. The winner of that potentially is next. And let's not forget, Haraguchi's back in the UFC. So that whole division is wide open now. But whenever Alexandre Pantoja is ready, he gets the next title shot. I would give him some time. I would say take 6 to 8 months off. Let this heal. Do the proper rehab. Do whatever you need to do to get back. Because this guy was really doing something very, very special in that weight class. So, hey, nothing to say. It's a gruesome injury, but at the end of the day, that is the way that it is, Henry.
Check out what I'm about to say. This belt will change hands a lot, bro, at 125 pounds, especially because this whole injury that happened. Pantoja, I've known him in the past. I know he's had a motorcycle accident, and I think it's that same. He's had that elbow problem, I believe, for a minute. Since as far as I've known him, I know him since 2016. Close to pretty much a decade where we're really close and tight. And a dislocation like that could really just put a big burden on his career. But Haraguchi, Manel Kape, Tatsuro, Taira, bro, there is a lot of dudes in that flyweight division where people are kind of sleeping on it. This could become the most competitive division in the UFC, bro, especially what's happening right now.
All right, guys, before we get back to the show, let's talk about something real. A lot of guys deal with ED. As many as 30 million men in the US alone, but nobody really talks about it. So, Henry, let's talk about it. How do you deal with this?
Confidence shouldn't be complicated. If something feels off, you shouldn't have to jump through the hoops to just figure it out.
That's where HIMS steps in to help you out. They make treatment for erectile dysfunction smooth and low-key. Your options personalized just for you, my brother.
HIMS has prescription treatments for ED like Hard Mints, Sex RX Plus, Climax Control, and generic options that cost 95% less than brand names. ED is not a one-size thing. It's your plan, your goals, and your pace.
And the best part is you don't have to go out of your way or deal with awkward doctor visits. It's all online, straight to your door, my brother.
The confidence, the comfort, the peace of mind. Am I wrong?
My brother, guys, if you've been putting this off, take this as a sign. Big moments deserve less stress and more confidence. So take care of yourself, my man.
To get simple online access to personalized affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/P4P. That's hims.com/P4P for your free online visit.
Actual price would depend on product and subscription plans. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See websites for detailed restrictions and important safety information. Now, my brother, let's get back to the show. Yeah, speaking of that, Henry, going on to another fight that was on that main card that I also got wrong. Brandon Moreno taking on Tatsuro Taira. And Taira TKOs Brandon Moreno in the second round. I mean, like this was... I didn't see this one coming, but do you think Brandon Moreno kind of slept on this fight a little bit? Because he came out, of course, Brandon Moreno kind of works himself into a fight, then he gets going. But he was starting out kind of sluggish for me in this fight to where I'm like, you, my bro, this is 3 rounds. You got to get going here. And so Tatsuro Taira came out like a completely different fighter. Like he had a mission. And he went out there and he proved it. Look at those fake shots. He was faking some good shots, good knees. He had Brandon Moreno guessing. And man, what a fight. And what a way to put himself in a position now to where he's going to be fighting for a UFC title.
Yeah, dude, he is next, and I think that's what the UFC probably wants to do. Like they want to take over these markets. So when a fighter from a big country or a big city could become champion, that equals a whole lot of money, man, for the UFC. So that's the fight that they're going to end up making. Like I said before, Brandon just, the dude's good, man. Like you can't. I mean, Brandon's always, he's a former champ. Like he's really good, bro. Which is somebody that I trained in the past, so I know how tight that shit was and how good Brandon takes there. But he also kind of stayed in that position a little too long. It was the beginning of the end, whether people want to say it's an early stoppage or not. Like, bro, he was going to get hurt. And that was one thing. That's why the referees are there. Look, it's just he's in tight. What are you going to do? Just keep taking blows? You know what I'm saying? The referee's already warning him. He's already not even on an elbow. He's like this. Kamaru. He's on his fucking shoulder.
Yeah, can we talk about the strength
Look,
and the power of Tatsuro Taira, because even Figgy couldn't do that to Brandon Moreno. Look at how he's pounding on the ears. He's beating on him. Brandon Moreno kind of postures up, but you see the strength of he hips him back down and continues the assault. I mean, what a fantastic performance for Tatsuro Taira. And I mean, he definitely opened eyes, took the back, he opened eyes. And I agree with you, Henry. I think, yes, this is what the UFC wants. This is great for them. Obviously,
yeah,
Japan is a phenomenal fight country that the UFC would love to step in with a champion. And right
yeah,
now, listen, the stage is set for someone like Tatsuro Taira to go out there and really make it happen. So another weight class busted wide open. Pause, Henry.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. No,
what effect?
and it's fun. It's fun, Kamaru, because it's storylines. Like you remember, like when you're on that big win streak or whatnot, 15 fight win streak, the whole nine. Like when the bout does get flipped over, it starts a whole nother storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it works both ways, but yeah, dude, you have two weight classes now that you thought both these guys were going to go up, and this is why you should go up. When the opportunity comes to you, you should always go up and try to challenge yourself to make history. But not they both lost to. Now they're kind of gonna go back and think about it. If I go on this reign again, Pantoja and Merab, I'm gonna do my best to make history this time around and not make that same mistake.
Right.
I'm probably hitting them harsh. I'm probably hitting them heartstrings right now with you, Kush.
Hey, I don't know what you're talking about, but there was just this card was just phenomenal. Tons of fights. I mean, the Jan Blachowicz versus Guskov ends in a majority draw, but that also was a great fight. And in our prelims, we had some fantastic fights in the prelim. Can we just say feature prelim? Let's just say Manuel Torres is on a short list of being the next superstar. I mean, this guy, once again, the leaps that he's making between fights and the way that he fights and just his poise and knowing that all it takes is one. It doesn't matter if it happens in the first round, second round, or third round. All it takes is one from me. And when I touch you, you going out. The
Or
poise, or
from Juan. But go ahead.
but I mean, he went out there, he stayed poised because Grant Dawson, I thought this, because we know the way Grant Dawson fights. He's one of those very youthful guy that can really just implement the grappling and just make you grapple with it. And usually when you do that, most of the times he wins because that's his, no, I would say 85-90% of the time, that's his method of success, is the grappling. Manuel Torres did not allow that to happen at all. He stayed poised. He stayed controlled. And when he touched Grant Dawson, he touched him. Pause. Big time. And put him away.
Yeah, dude. I wasn't expecting. I thought Grant Dawson would really take his time a little bit more and really, really take his time with those takedowns. Like he pushed the takedowns a little too much offensively. Get the dude to exchange in this firefight and then go. Obviously, easier said than done. I mean, look at the way that I ended up doing things, but. And then not just that, man. But what about that fight with Terrence McKinney and Chris Duncan, dude? I like Terrence. I like Terrence, and I'm gonna say something. I like Terrence McKinney. He's an entertainer, but if he's gonna stick to this one round thing that he continues to keep doing, sooner or later, bro, if you keep losing like this, the UFC will cut you. We saw it. We saw with guys that were really big and entertaining, but when you start taking these L's and if they're probably paying you pretty good money, dude, like they can be like, all right, man, this is about enough. But Terrence McKinney really needs to go back to his, to go back to the gym and become more tactical, bro, or he's just going to be known as a dude that just gives everything he has for 2.5 minutes and then something ends in him knocking him out or being finished. Because he was winning that fight. I mean, how did you see it, Kamaru?
Absolutely. I agree. I think he's, it's just one of those things to where fighters are, and we know it, we've been there. When you hurt a fighter, I think it takes wisdom and it takes experience to understand that, yes, I hurt the fighter. Now I have to be tactful. I have to use tactics in setting him up and getting him out of there completely, not bum rush him and hope I get him out of there. I think that's what we do early on. Once we first start getting there, we get happy once we hurt him because we feel, oh, I have to get him out of here. I have to get him out of here now. And I feel like Terrence McKinney still kind of jumps on that train. It's like, okay, here's an opportunity for another exciting first round finish. And then he just completely emptied the gas tank on him. But unfortunately, if you don't get him out of there, you could be at the tail end of that joke. And at the end of the day, he lost another fight like this. And so, entertaining fighter, but I agree with you, Henry. If you continue to be this win one, drop two, win one, drop two, this type of fighter, the UFC eventually will at some point part ways with you. I hope that's not the case here, but all in all, what a fantastic fight and what a fantastic comeback for Chris Duncan. He was able to stay poised. Yes, he took a lot of shot. He was almost out of there, but he was able to stay poised, land the shot, and eventually get Terrence McKinney out of there with that submission. So, hats off to him, Henry. But what about the return of Jalin Turner? Wow, what a fight.
See, look at how come nobody's talking shit about Jalin Turner? He unretired for like 6 months and then back into the spot. You see how that is, dude? But Jalin Turner, bro, when he really figures out his fucking what he has, bro, he could be a John Jones. He's length, scrappy, could do the whole nine. But dude, I'm not surprised with this Edson Barboza KO. I'm not.
I wouldn't say I'm surprised as well, but it was just, it was looking like it was going to shape up to be a good fight. And yes, Jalin Turner, we knew he had the ability to potentially do what he did. And yes, he went out there and he did that. I did think that Edson Barboza would go straight into the kicks early and potentially try to break him down. But Jalin Turner just, it wasn't having it. He jumped on him right away. Great strikes, was able to find that shot. I mean, beautiful elbow that cut Edson open, but was able to find the shots and eventually get Edson out of there. I mean, just a great fight. I mean, those prelims delivered. And let's not forget, Maycee Barber came out and there was a little controversy in the fight because she did take an up kick that was a little controversial, but Maycee it seemed like she played the game to where she wanted to kind of potentially find a way out, but Maycee Barber didn't do it. She didn't do it. And this is what I say is eventually these are the moments that potentially play on you to what it eventually elevates you to becoming a champion. Maycee Barber didn't take the easy way out. There was an opportunity. There was a moment for her to potentially take the easy way out, but she didn't. She got back into the fight, and she won that fight.
That fight was so competitive, Kamaru. That fight was like super, super competitive, bro. It's like they both met their counterpartner. It was those are the fights that are fun to watch when they're super like this, bro. Scrambling, takedown strikes. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, those are the fun ones. So I had fun watching that fight. But Maycee Barber, she's on her way to really start knocking on that door for that championship belt.
Yeah, yes. Let's see here. I think the company would want her to at least string a few together to really show that she could really be the go-to. And so, man, it was just a phenomenal one. Let's not forget my Turkish brother. Come out there. Henry, this was probably one of the worst picks I've ever had of a card, ever. This whole card, I think I got maybe 2 right. And this is a crazy one because I usually am not this bad, but man, there was a lot of underdogs went out there and delivered. I mean, this one was also a banger. I don't know who had the fight of the night. Was there even fight of the night? Because there were so many fantastic fights. I don't see how you could give a fight of the night.
Yeah, Merab Yan, dude. No, don't worry, Kush. I got taken care of, Kush. I got.
I know you keep saying that. It was incredible. All right, Henry. So IBO versus IWO. Do we call this round of the year? I mean, what a
let's see it, bro. Well, let's see it, man. Is it a round or how many minutes, man? People keep talking about it. This is probably one that I definitely miss.
Yeah, just both guys came to thump. they came to thump, and geez, look at this. He hurts him, drops him, boom, boom, goes for the finish. And remember, we talked about this, Henry. Guys get excited, and they go for that finish, and then he gets dropped as well, but smart enough to grab a leg, wrestle back into the fight, and it's holding on. He decides, nope, I'm going back to swinging. I came to thump. I don't want to grab. Don't grab me, bruh. I came to thump. So you get it looked like he blew the whole complete gas tank, but no, he stepped forward, lands another one too, and then he's just trying to get him out of there.
Ooh, shit.
Wow, Henry, what a round. That's what the UFC is about. That right there is what the casual fans love to see from the UFC.
Yeah, but wow.
All in all, Henry, it was a fantastic card. I mean, it delivered from the prelims to the main card. What a way to close out the year. UFC did not
UFC just the year, bro, but to close out, man, the last official pay-per-view of the UFC, bro.
ESPN.
ESPN. I'm sorry, yeah. Of ESPN and the UFC. Remember, dude, it's fuck. It was such a good card, but I think ESPN will be missed, man. Like I hope this new deal with Paramount that is able to bring that same energy. But man, ESPN brought us a lot of attention, Kamaru, and I'm grateful for that. The fact that they promoted the sports in every corner of the world, and Paramount Plus, they have big shoes to fill. That's for damn sure.
Of course, well, they definitely paid for big shoes. So.
All right, man. Well, I got to pick to bone with you, cuz. What's up with your boy Ali Abdelaziz? Is being black the best base for MMA?
Wait, what?
No, check it out.
What?
Check it out. Play it right.
This is Islam Mustafa's fight. I don't care how old Kamaru is. Kamaru is like, he's black. I'm sorry.
Oh, I love Ali. Jesus. Oh my God. I think I got what he was trying to say. But listen, Henry, and like we talked about earlier, Ali is not just my manager, but he's my friend, and he's like a brother to me. He's a brother to me, to where Ali knows more about me than a lot of people do. Because Ali knows just how much I put into this sport. Ali knows just how much I continue to put into this sport. He knows how hard I work at this sport. So he's so passionate about this. When everyone is kind of going, oh, no, don't give him the shot. Don't give him a shot. He understands how just kind of unfair all of that is, that everyone is saying all this crap. But besides that, he knows how hard I work at it. He knows where I'm still at. So he's trying to convey that. But we know Ali. When Ali gets going, Ali gets going. Whatever he comes up in that head, it's going to come out of his mouth. And so I saw this and I almost fell out of my chair, because at the end of the day, there were no lies told here, Henry.
That's funny, bro. Gotta love Ali Abdelaziz.
Oh, my brother. Always and forever, man. Jesus. I was like, Jesus, Ali. But he's right. I am black. Well, Henry, I mean, it was a fantastic one. I can't wait to see it. Before we go really quickly, obviously, UFC 324 has been announced. This is a banging fight. Any fight that Justin Gaethje's on is a banging fight. Tremendous. I think a great card to open up the year. I mean, you've got Justin versus Patty Pimblett. You've got Kayla Harrison versus the GOAT, Amanda Nunes. And, of course, Sean O'Malley taking on Song Yadong. You've got the Black Beast is back, Derek Lewis, taking on Waldo Acosta. Of course, Arnold Allen, Jean Silva, Alexa Grasso, Rose Namajunas. Of course, my African brother, Atiba Gauthier, taking on Andre Pulayev. This is a fantastic. It's a banging card. This is a banging card in the way to open up Paramount. The first card of Paramount. I mean, incredible. And not to mention the second card. Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. Dan Hooker taking on Saint Denis. Mauricio Hufi taking on, oh my God, Fiziev. The return of Tatsuro Ivasa.
And this is a number. This pay-per-view right here, I'll be honest with you, bro, it don't look right. Go back up. I'm not going to lie, bro. Come on. Dan Hooker co-main event, with all due respect. Like,
Saint Denis, with what Saint Denis been doing?
I know, I understand that, but still,
Dan Hooker, bro, is from New Zealand, Australia, New Zealand,
whatever. What you don't want with these number cards, that's all I'm going to say. Just to start off, because remember, you got to hear it from me. You do not want to water these pay-per-view cards down, even though they're not pay-per-view no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't put a card together. Still treat it the same. When I'm looking at this card right here, this main card, I'm just like, straight up, it ain't your typical pay-per-view.
Listen, this is great fight. That main event, a co-main event's a banging one. Of course, Fiziev versus Hufi. Who doesn't want to watch that? That's a striking delight. So, of course, I want to see that as well. So, I mean, just great announcements here coming up of great fights, great fight cards. And UFC 326 main event has been announced. Holloway versus Charles Oliveira 2 for the BMF title.
Okay, who's gonna get it done, Kush? Who you got on this?
Hey, it's too early to pick here. It's too early to pick. All right, I'm just gonna say it's too early to pick. You feel me? But my brother, I'm excited. We don't forget, we got a lot of time to get into these cards here and to talk about these. But I'm excited, and Henry, with all these weight classes being busted open right now, pause. Which one would you say is the most exciting right now to watch?
Call me crazy what I'm about to say, Kush. Call me crazy. I'm going to have to say the flyweight division. Honestly, this threw a whole new wrench, and then there's that dude from Japan, and then there's Manuel Kopp that's coming in, bro. And with Manuel Kopp, with this mouthpiece and the shit that he likes to do, say it, whatnot, like this is going to be really good against all these foreigners because it's going to build storylines. So with the flyweight division with Tatsuro Taira possibly fighting in Japan against, the current champion now, Joshua Van, like this could be very, very big for the flyweight division and for the damn UFC. Remember, the UFC has never had a Japanese champion, ever.
Yeah, I understand that. But I call you crazy. Over the welterweights, over the bantamweights. I call you crazy. But, my brother, I like it. Yes, once again, my brother, I just want to say congratulations. And listen, Henry, first of all, take those glasses off real quick, because what we do is we've made what we do so mainstream. We've made it so mainstream to where I just want to say, people, the casual fans at home, they get online and they talk trash to us because whether you beat their favorite fighter or you're not their favorite fighter or anything like that, they get online and they just kind of say whatever, comment and tweet and say whatever they want to say to us. But at the end of the day, Henry, we get in there and we risk our lives for the entertainment of others. And my brother, I just want to say, man, congratulations on your retirement. You definitely went in there. You entertained us, even though it was at your expense, looking like that.
I ain't doing this shit again. I ain't doing this shit ever again. Come on. Call me what you want to call me. But you will call me the damn Triple C. But Kamaru, it's been an honor, bro. It's been good, dude. I know your day, whenever you decide to retire, man, you're going to go through these emotions too, but I'm ready for life, bro. I'm ready to start businesses. I'm excited for this new chapter, bro. I'm building my dream home. And I just purchased a lot, put it in the plans. Like I'm going to, it's this new phase, bro, where I'm able to really be a businessman / dad.
Right. Well, my brother, as always, you know who I be. The Nigerian Nightmare with the guns. Kamaru Usman.
Henry Cejudo, a.k.a. Triple C.
My brother, we are out.